And let's just see how we recreate it. So here it is, scales. And I have the fish and the bags falling down. Then I say by the year 2050, there will be more plastic in the ocean than there will be fish. Okay, so how did I do this? Well, let's take a look. First thing is I need this scale. So there is a scale there, I can use that. The problem is that this isn't going to move at all. I can't move this. So I'm going to, let's get this the size that I want it to be. And let's Command D, duplicate, and put one off the side so I have that exact size ready. Now with this one, what I want to do is I want to separate just one of these weigh scales on the side. So I'm going to right click, make editable. Now all these dots are here. Now I could go here and click on them and delete them one at a time. I could do that. Or I could select and delete a bunch at a time. This is going to make things way easier for me. So now, look at that. I now have one of these weigh scales, perfect size. And now, let's go back to here, over here. Let's move that off to the side. So I have this other one here. This is perfect size. I could recreate this block, or I could just do it. Let's just duplicate this again. I'll put this off the side. So I have three. I'm going to use a few different shapes. So once again, make editable. Now I'm going to get rid of these. I don't need any of these here. There. Get rid of those. I don't need any of these on this side. Or this. Actually, when I think about it, I don't need even this part here. So I can get rid of this and this. So now I just have this shape here. Okay? And I could, let's just make editable. I kind of want this a little bit more rounded. There we go. It's going to make it look a little bit better. There we go. I could just create this block because I need this block to move. Anything that I need to move, I could recreate it. Or like just create a rectangle. Or I could just really quickly go in here, make editable, get rid of all this. Edit undo. I just actually need make editable. I need to get rid of this. I need to get rid of this. I need to get rid of all this down here. And I need to get rid of all this up here. So now I have the shapes that I need. I have this, which I can put, place it where I want. I have this, and I have these. Now I'm going to just duplicate this, so I can either hold down the Option key and drag, and there we go. So now I have the beginning of what I need for this to work. I'll line these up. So I have these parts that can move individually. When you go here, you can see that that's all I have. I have different actual parts. And again, so these fish that I have here, I just got different size fish. I'm going to just copy those and paste those in here. Oops. What did I do? Let's go in here. Just copy these. Let's just copy a few of these. Command C, Command V. There we go. I got these fish coming in here. Now, how did I get them to come in here? So what I'm doing, that's actually a shark and a fish. So let's look at the animation, what I've got. I've got build order. I've got the shark and the fish dropping. They're dropping. This one's dropping on click. This one's dropping with the other one. So they're going to come down here. Now, what's going to happen is actually if I have this shark land here and the fish land there, it's not going to look very good. I need to move this to the front so they're inside of that. So let's just have those drop. And let's grab a couple of those plastic bags that I've got here. I'm just going to copy. And again, I can just get these shapes from anywhere. But again, same thing here. I need to make sure that they are behind this. This is going to come in here. And it's the same thing. What's the build order? Well, these plastic bags drop, and they're going to happen with build one. So they're all going to happen at the same time. Let's take a look at what that looks like. Yeah, look at that. What I've done is I've got a little bit of a delay. So the fish come in first. Then you see this plastic bag here. This drops with build one, so I don't have to click again, but it's just a little bit of a delay, and this one, another delay. So when I press play, sharks then. Okay, so now the next thing that's going to happen is, instead of making any moves here, instead of doing more in here and getting things too complicated, I'm actually just going to duplicate my slide. Okay, that's what I've done here for this one. And I put the year in there, 2050, because they say by 2050 there's going to be more plastic in the ocean than fish. So let's do that. 2050, format. I'm going to make it a big impact. Let's try 100 font. Okay, that's going to work. I'm going to put that down here. Might lighten it up just a bit so it can be seen. How does that look? That looks okay. I'm also, here's the important part, because I duplicated this slide actually has all those animations on it. So what I need to do is go down to build order. I need to get rid of them. I don't want that to come in again. I want them to just start there. And they're starting in the perfect spot where I finished with them over here. So nothing's happening here. I actually want this 2050. Let's build in, have a build-in effect. Let's have it appear. So it's just going to appear there when I can have it appear, actually let's have it after the transition, so it's automatically going to appear after I click to the next slide. And what I want to now happen is I want some movement and some rotation. So this one, let's have now remember, it's not a build-in, it's an action. This one is going to move, and where do I want it to move? I want it to move straight down like this, okay? And this one, I also want to move, and I don't want it to move there. I want it to move up. Okay, let's go to there. I'm going to have to play with it a little bit. This one, I want an action. I want it to, let's try, I want it to rotate, but not anti-clockwise, clockwise. And I got to get that angle right. So let's sort of make it to about there. Okay, let's take a look. Let's take a look at my builds. Now these are all happening separately, so that's going to happen. This shape, let's have that happen with build one. Let's have this happen with build one, and let's have this happen with build one. Let's see what that looks like. Okay, so you can see that my rotation was off a bit. So I can adjust one of two things. Maybe I'll adjust this shape here, this rotation. That went way too high. Move this one down. Let's go to this shape. Move this one up. And preview. There, that looks pretty good. So when I preview it, what it's going to look like, I can see that. Now, the other thing that I need to do is I need to make sure these fish move as well. So these are going to build in an effect. Let's get this build order out of the way. I want them to move as well. I want them to move. Actually, what I could do, edit, undo. Let's undo this. Let's turn off this build first. And I don't need them to happen separately. Let's just click these together. Let's just group them. So now they're just going to move as one. So now let's go add effect and move. And let's have them move. They're moving up, right? So let's have them move up. Let's see what that looks like. Preview. Oh, right. Don't forget that has to happen with these, not after, with. Okay? Little preview. There we go. They didn't move quite as high as I wanted them to. I could. It does actually tell me here the position, and that can be useful, but I think I've got it there. Let's just take a look. And these ones, let's group these together. So you can see what's going to happen. These are also going to move down. And so add an effect, move. These are not going to go there. They're actually going to go down here, and I'm going to have them go straight down with, let's see what that looks like. Oh, once again, make sure that they happen not on click, but with. So see what that looks like. They're going a little bit too far. So I'm just going to move them up a bit. Preview. There we go. Okay, so let's see how that looks. Again, it's not exactly the same. I have fewer fish, but it's okay. Let's just press play. Spacebar. Here come the fish. There come the things. And let's try that. There we go. That looks good. So give it a shot, try it out, have some fun.